everyone, this is Cinema.
And this is Johannes.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are taking a look at Trails of Tucana, a new game from Aporta Games and Christian Ösby and Alif Svensson.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so by clicking the subscribe button and click the bell button to get notifications.
So let's get down to the table to see how this plays. In Trails of Tucana, you are building trails on this newly discovered island to show tourists all the beautiful sights of its magnificent glory. So in the beginning of the game, you are going to pick one of these cards which is going to show different letters from A to E and where you're going to put them on this board. That's going to make each game different. Every player is going to start at a different spot so that every player board is going to be slightly different. Then the game is going to be played over 2 rounds. There is an advanced version, but we're not going to go through that. So each round or each turn is played like this. You're going to use this deck of 27 cards and you're going to flip over 2 of these cards. So these 2 cards shows a mountain and a forest. And now every player is going to take their pen or their pencil and they're going to mark a road between, let's say for example here, this forest and this mountain. And then you're going to do it again, so this time it's a desert and a mountain. I can do it then wherever I want. And the goal of the game is to connect cities to cities. So let's say I connect city number A to city number A. It's towns, it's not cities, it's a small island. So at a town to a town, I will then get 14 points at the end of the game. And also if I'm the first player to do it, I will get these bonus points. The other thing you will score for is to connect these towns to these different sites. You have 5 different sites that you can connect to, and whenever you connect to it, you will circle around to show that you have gotten those points. If you connect to the second of the same kind of site, you will get more points and you will also get a free writing. So you will get a free road that you can put wherever you want to help with your strategy. After this deck have run out, you're going to be 1 card left. You're going to have done 13 writings. And then you're going to count up how many points you have here for the sites, which you're going to put in round 1 over here. Then you're going to shuffle the cards, play it again, count how many points you have now. So this is going to count twice if you get it the first round. Then you're going to count how many points you got from towns and how many points you got from bonuses. And the player with the most points is the winner of Trails of Tucana. As always, let's start with the artwork and components. What do you think?
It's a classic flip and write game, so it means that it's paper sheets that you write on. But they look good though.
They look like this.
Yeah.
They look good. Looking good.
It's pretty easy to see what symbols there are, what the terrain type it is, what you need to do to the sheet. Yeah.
What are you gonna do to the paper? What are you gonna do to the paper, mister?
Yeah.
I'm gonna write on it because it's a writing game.
It's playing cards. It's not much to say. It's decent.
I do actually like the artwork. I think it's good, like family friendly.
Yeah.
It looks inviting. It looks fun. As you said, it's a good overview. It's easy to see what's where. It's easy to understand, which I think is important. But still, you have the nice artwork of the different, especially like the Yeti. He's like the really cool artwork, and the artwork on the cards, on the rule book, and everything is really nice.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's paper. Double-sided paper and it's cards. And the cards are pretty okay quality, so yeah, that's artwork and components.
Yeah.
So let's go ease of learning from the rules.
That's you.
That's me. That's kind of a new thing that you'll be saying that. I'm looking at you and saying, that's you.
That's good because you didn't know it before. So
and audiences will love that. It's going to be like, oh, they're saying that again. It's kind of their catchphrase. No, we have other catchphrases which are better. That's you. That's a bad one. It shouldn't be your catchphrase. So yeah, let's look at the rule book. It's a pretty short rule book. Looks like this. It has components. It has preparations for playing. Pretty straightforward how to play. It's a pretty straightforward game, so it's a pretty straightforward rules. And it has some variants, and it has the solo rules at the back. Really nothing you can do wrong. It's super simple because it's a super simple game. Yeah. So nothing more to say. Easy to learn.
Yes.
Easy to learn from the rulebook.
Yep.
So playtime, player count.
It takes a short amount of time, and it's really not that much player interaction. It's just will I get like the bonuses before other people?
Yeah.
That's the only thing. So it don't feel like it scales well because it feels kind of the same.
Yeah, so you do feel it scales well. So, yeah. You said you don't feel it scales well.
It scales well because there's really no difference.
No, but I think there is. Like, I think because of those goals, because of those bonuses, I think it feels more like a race in a 3 or 4 player game.
Yeah.
It won't take much longer because everybody's playing simultaneously, but you are getting getting that race feel that in a 2 player game I might be more relaxed and get those at the end, scoring different towns. But I will try to actually be fast and score that town so I can get that bonus when you're playing with more players. And I think just that little thing makes it better for me.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So but other than that, not much interaction. The game takes about 15 to 25 minutes to play, depending on if you play the basic or the advanced version, which we will come back to.
Yep.
So it's a pretty short game, and the thing which is great about these kind of games is that you can play 1 to 8 players in almost the same amount of time because everybody's playing at the same time.
Absolutely.
Of course, that means that there's no player interaction, but that doesn't really bother me too much in this kind of game.
Yeah, and unless people have like really hard, having a hard time making some decisions, sometimes time flies by because you're trying to connect as many things as possible before all your cards have run out, and it feels like you don't have enough actions, and then the time like goes by like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So complexity.
Yeah, it's super simple.
It's a light game.
It's a light game.
If you play this like with the basic version and also the advanced version for that sake, because it's not that much harder, but the basic version you can play with kids. It says 8+. I think that wouldn't be a problem. Like I think maybe my nephew is a bit young. He's 7 soon, but I think like 8 years old you could be able to play this, especially with some help.
Yeah, I think he could. I think he would get it, but I think maybe he would like don't get that much
the strategy. Yeah. So, but it's a great family weight game. You can play it with almost anybody, and of course, the great thing that you can play it with up to 8 players. The reason you can't play it with unlimited players, like you could in Avenue, which is the other flip and write game from the same company, and lots of the other ones, is because of those tiles or those bonuses. Because when you play with more than 5, you also have a second set of bonuses, so there's like more racing to them, which is worth less points. We only play 2, 3, and 4. But I think that's like the reason for that. You can still play 8, which is pretty many, and I guess you can play 10. No problem. It's just going to be a bit more. It's not going to be balanced as I thought about, but with those scorings. So it's a light game, and it works well with many player counts.
Absolutely.
So gameplay and fun factor.
I think it's fun. I like this better than Avenue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Avenue has been one of my favorite like something and write games for a long time, but people I've played it with tend not to like it as much as me because it feels really punishing. If you do something wrong, that could break your game. And for a game like that, that's meant for also introducing new players to and be a casual game, that could be a bummer. So in this game, I feel like there's no hard feelings for having some bad luck here and there, doing some mistakes. I like this game. It's casual, it's fun.
Yeah, so there are so many roll and write games. I think this is really, really fun. There's so many roll and write games, and this is a roll and write game. Like I said, you flip, so it's a flip and write.
Yeah.
But roll and write,
you get it.
And write is like the big genre. That's just so many games, and I think still my favorite is Welcome to. It has so many different, like, it feels like a bit more deeper game, but I like this better than I like Gansh and Clever, because Gansh and Clever is really cool and really clever, but it's kind of fiddly. It's kind of like, it kind of is a bit much going on for that kind of game. I love it when you get those stacking combos, but here it's so simple, but it still feels like a very fun game. Like, it is a push your luck kind of game, but you also have the number of different cards you have on the top of your player board, so you can kind of feel like, oh, can I do this? How big is the percentage? What's called again? The word I can, the odds. I can't remember the word in English, but the odds for actually getting to do what you want. I really like that, and it feels like there are some decisions. Like, it doesn't feel like just, well, I'm going to do this, but you are of course trying to do the best with what you can. But seeing that and what is best depending on what you already did, and I really like this one. I think it's super simple, but especially with the advanced version where you're playing 3 rounds. Instead of 2, and you have a bigger board. I like that one the most because it feels like you get a bit more progression. In the basic game, it goes a bit too fast with 2 rounds, but it's a smaller map, so you get a lot done. But I like the bigger map, which gives you kind of more of a progression feeling towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I agree. It felt like more I felt like I had the world open to me more when we played the advanced version, and I really wanted to like get the most done. And it's quite balanced, so you don't get all of it done anyways with the basic version, but it felt like even more, fun and cool. Yes.
So yeah, it's a great gameplay.
Yeah.
So replayability.
It's pretty much the same, but it's different how the how easy it is to connect the cities.
Yeah,
and also that's one bonus card.
Yeah, you can play with like a variant where you have a bonus card.
Yeah.
But yeah, so replayability, it's kind of like most of these.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter so much because it's a 20-minute filler game. So it's just about doing what's best in this situation. The game is going to be kind of the same, but I could see myself playing this many times, like we did with Avenue, because it's so easy to teach and it's easy to play, and you can play it while waiting for somebody. You can play it's a perfect filler game. But it still feels like decisions, and you get that tenseness of, oh, will I get the combination I need, and hopefully I'll get it before you, and it's just fun. So I think the replayability is pretty good. So final thoughts, what do you think?
I really like it. I think this will be one of my new favorite something in right games, and it will definitely be a game that I can bring with me to, say, family and people that haven't played that much games and want something fast and fun. It's really easy, it's simple, but it gives me something as a like hardcore gamer as well, and I appreciate that. So this is a really neat something in right game.
Something in right game.
I would give this a 7.5.
Okay, that's awesome. So, I like this a lot. This is not my favorite Anne Wright's game, but I think it's my second favorite right now. Like, I don't know if that's going to change, of course, because there's so many games coming out. We haven't played all of them. But I think Welcome To is my favorite. It's a bit meatier, a bit more going on. Yeah, but I like this so much for what it is.
Yeah, they're so different to be in the science style games.
So I'm going to also give it a 7.5.
Yeah.
A super cool game coming out in Spiel in just a week's time, or under a week probably when this video is coming out. So excited to go there again. Yes. And if you're going, you can go and check this out. Maybe get a demo, play it. It's super fun. And that's the end of the video.
Yes.
I'm Johannes.
And I'm Sarah.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.